right, welcome to Rick's Corner. I have a very good friend with me today, Nikki, the New York Knockout, who's a pro wrestler of how many? 8, 9 years now?
It'll be 9 years in October.
9 years, and that's a long time to hit that mat. But she has other things she does. You teach, was it science, 7th grade?
7th grade science and health.
And what else do you do with your life?
Stuff.
Stuff?
I work out, I box, train. I'm always training and traveling and doing shows.
Well, the thing is that wrestling is your main love right now, obviously, and has been for a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
And training's a big part of it, not just ring training, but gym training.
Yeah.
And so, you go to the gym how many days a week?
I try to go. I train boxing with my trainer about 3 days a week, and then the other days maybe 2 to 3 days, so 5 to 6.
All right, so boxing, that's a whole different workout. That's a lot of cardio.
Yes, a lot of cardio, but you need it for the in-ring stuff.
You absolutely do need that. And then the gym work is weights.
The gym work is weights, but even more cardio, because I'm not looking to get huge. I'm just looking to kind of be lean. So
which way would you like to lean, left or right?
I'd like to lean. I have, problem areas just like everybody else.
Yeah. I don't.
I carry most of my weight in the middle. I know you're perfect. I keep forgetting that I'm sitting next to Mr. Perfection here. So.
The Rick. The thing is that it doesn't seem to matter how much cardio you do or how much training you do. If your diet's not tight, it doesn't come off.
That's absolutely right.
It doesn't come off.
Absolutely right.
And so many people think there's shortcuts. You can't spot reduce. Basically lose all over. And sometimes your hardest area is the one that goes last.
That goes last. Yep. You got it. I don't want to say I weigh my meat and stuff like that, but...
I weigh my meat.
You weigh your meat every day, huh?
Well, yeah, I just swap it on the scale.
No, but I try to keep it under, a certain amount of calories for the most part. But my diet could totally be better. But if it's not, then I'll just do extra cardio.
But you do a lot of cardio.
I do.
A lot of cardio, which sometimes burns up muscle. Can, okay. If you do too much of it. So, and how many times a day are you eating?
I eat a lot. I eat about 5 or 6 times a day.
You space it out?
Yeah, I definitely space it out. I try not to eat after 6.
Bodybuilding diet?
Yeah.
Somebody in your family's a bodybuilder?
No, my ex-sister-in-law was a fitness competitor, so my brother kind of eats like a bodybuilder. He owns a nutrition.
What's your goal? I know you've been trying to get with WWE for a long, long time, and you've had tryouts and come home, have tryouts and come home. What do you think what's gonna happen with that?
I just actually shot a commercial for them on Friday. And I can see, with women, it's a completely different ball game with women.
Why?
Because I feel like they're looking for the most beautiful women in the world, and then they train them. Whereas guys could probably get by more with talent. But, when you think you're in good shape and you think you look great and you think, you're at the top of your game, then you see somebody like Trish Stratus, who's retired and is probably, to me, the most beautiful woman in the world. I mean, she just looked amazing. And that kind of gave me a wake-up call to, say, okay, well, maybe I'm not trying hard enough. Even though I'm trying really hard, I'm not trying hard enough.
Well, I don't know if it's trying. I think everybody develops differently and everybody has their own thing that they bring to the table. And it comes too easier.
Yeah.
And then it comes too harder.
That's true.
And it's the luck of the draw. If you're at the right place at the right time, and you have the look and you have the talent, and it takes, you might be judged by 1 or 2 guys, and then someone new comes in the room and says, no, that's the one I want right there.
Yeah.
And they weren't there the day you were, So it depends on who's there at the time, what your timing's like, and then it happens. And you just have to be there at the right place at the right time. And so many people have always said it's who you know. It's who you know in the business, who you know. Well, to a degree, it's who you know, but it's also who knows you.
And nobody's going to know you if you don't go out and network and do things.
You got to network and market yourself and put yourself out there to be seen. And it is a big part of your life, because if you're boxing, you're working out in the gym, you're wrestling, you literally don't have much time to work, even though you do.
Don't have much time to work.
At a regular job, but you do.
I do,
But you have to fit all this in after hours.
Yeah, so I'll come home from work. I get out at 3. I come home from work, and... Actually, I don't come home from work. I go straight to see my trainer for a couple hours.
Because you never text me back.
Yeah.
Oh, you do. You don't call.
I don't call anymore.
I know.
Sorry.
I feel so left out. In certain fields, it's hard to have relationships. Now, you've got a job. You're training at night, boxing, you're wrestling, you're working out in the gym, which leaves little time to have a relationship.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely right.
So you don't have a relationship right now with somebody?
Well, it's hard because, no, I don't. Yeah. But, in one way, it's you're constantly working. You have men around you all the time.
Yeah.
the same kind of men, and you know, you just, if you don't want that, you know, it is hard. And then the traveling, I usually meet guys in other states, and that doesn't work out either. So no. It's hard. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
No. I just want to know, because we've talked about this a lot on the show, and a lot of the gyms are conducive to meeting people because you're in the gym. And years ago, when Olivia Newton-John came out with Let's Get Physical, the gyms were the dating bars of the 80s back then. And it's continued on in the 90s, now in the 2000s.
Meat market.
It's a meat market. I went to Gold's today. It's a holiday, and it was packed. And there's good-looking people, guys and girls, all over the damn place. You want to make a date, that's the place to do it. But then you got to have the time, and you don't have the time.
No.
I mean, it's for you. It could be a threat to a guy because you are so physical, and you're boxing, and you're wrestling, and you're kicking ass. That some guy's going to feel like secondary, and is not going to feel like he's up to par to what you want. Never going to measure up.
It's true, and also all my guys, because of the business I'm in, all my friends are guys. Most of them are guys.
I know. I've been to your parties. I've been to your parties.
They're sausage parties. What can I say?
I come to your party. Where's the chicks? There's one. It's her. But the food is worth it.
I didn't do it on purpose.
The food is worth it.
But yeah, I mean, it's like, and then, for example, this weekend I had a clinic in Vegas. We all went out to a bar afterwards, and actually happened to meet somebody, but you know, there's still like 4 or 5 guys around me. Yeah. So a guy's not gonna approach a girl if there's 5 guys. Just like I wouldn't approach a guy if there were 5 girls around. And guys do get intimidated by what I do, and you know, so it is hard. But I just kind of go with it.
It's hard, and it's also hard for me because I'm in a business like that. I was in a business like that, and it's different than the rest of the world. And you meet somebody, and they say, "What do you do?" And then they see what I do, and it's not what they do because they have a regular structured 8 to 5 job, and they say, "Well, geez, I never was on TV, and I don't do that kind of stuff, and you probably won't like me because I'm not famous too." And it's like, that's not the case. I'd rather have somebody totally removed from what I do.
Yes,
you know, because they bring to the table what they do, and that's interesting to me.
Yeah.
You know, and so we can kind of share things. So you people out here that think that you have to have the perfect match because you do the same thing, sometimes that doesn't always work.
No, I don't know.
Because you don't date wrestlers. Really?
I do.
Oh, I know you did. Okay, I know.
Every time I'm like, I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to do it again. And it's just like, that's all there is around me right now. And then, you know, the people that, the teachers or you know, other people you meet, like you said, they either don't understand, or they're intimidated, or they just don't want to get involved, or they'll, you know. Yeah. Just, you know how it is.
I do know how it is. It's not easy. And it's a tough world for people like you and for me out there that do what we do. And fitness is a huge part of your life and my life, and I've had people tell me, and women tell me, you know, I'm not gonna, you're in good shape and I'm not, and you're gonna judge me. You know, they get right away, and a guy's gonna look at you and you're in good shape, and he's not, he's gonna feel like, I don't want to take my shirt off. Yeah. And that's gonna happen.
But that's when, you know, you gotta get rid of the chick because she's insecure.
I did. The same thing with a guy. I mean, it's just like, it's not all about that all the time. Yeah. We all want to stay physically fit, but it's what you have within, what you have in your mind, and what you accept, and not be intimidated by you or me, that the fact that we do go to the gym, because I'm certainly not going to stop for somebody. Yeah. And neither are you.
No. I mean, I don't think I date somebody that doesn't work out, because I like to be active. I like going hiking. I like doing things, you know. But he doesn't have to have an amazing physique. He doesn't have to be like Mr. whatever you call.
Well, also, you don't want to be criticized for every time you go out and that you eat right, because I eat pretty good, and I used to have women tell me, "Do you have to eat that every meal, like a steak and cottage cheese, or a steak and a salad, and you know, whatever I do, and why can't you just have a burger and French fries?" Which I would at times. Yeah. But I feel lousy after I do it, and then I get mad at them that they made me eat it. Yeah. Because I don't want to eat like that. That doesn't feel good. I mean, it's like, okay, once in a while it's good. You go to a party, put out a couple of cookies and a cinnamon coffee cake. I'll definitely eat that. You know, that's what appeals to me. But you are judged sometimes when you go out on a date that you're eating so clean, and they're not. Then they feel even worse because you're trying to stay in shape, and they have no willpower to stay in shape. So it's tough.
So messy.
Yeah, I know. And then some of the shows that we've done, that we've been at, both of us, there's a ton of guys in the locker room, and there's really no girls, and that's all you're faced with these guys, and all you're hearing is the talk from them, and you probably leave and say, okay, I'm done with that.
No, yeah, pretty.
It's funny because I was told by actually Leroy Colbert, who was here last week, that women are born with an extra gene, then extra gene's a misery gene, because most of the women I've met are miserable. Now, I know you're not going to believe that, but I went back in time with my son today, and I went back about 8 women that I've been with, and every one of them was miserable. Not with me, of course, because why would they be? But they were miserable with themselves. everything was a problem, everything was an issue, and that's all we hear. And you know, you hear things in the car from guys, I hear from women, and they contact me when they want to meet a guy, or they've always called me like, Rick, can you help me out with this guy? I don't know what to do. They're miserable about every little thing. I like to see somebody just get together and not be miserable once.
I mean, I get what you're saying because I've met a lot of miserable women too.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
But I think it has a lot to do with women tend to overanalyze things.
Absolutely.
And I do it. Like people have told me so many times, like, tell your brain to just shut up because it's just not an issue. I think you're overthinking it, and I wish I didn't have that gene. I wish I was just like, yeah, whatever.
Just accept what it is for the moment.
But I mean, we think too much.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help when guys, you know, they say guys play with your, you know, minds and stuff like that, but it might not be that all the time. It might have be, well, you're overthinking it. You know, he said something to you, but, you know, that's what he meant. Like, there's nothing under.
No, guys, when guys say something, pretty much that's what we mean.
Yeah.
What we say is what we mean. There's no hidden meanings, and that's how it is. And women will overthink it, what you really said, and what you really mean. And no, it's not what we really mean. And then when you hear them say no, what they really mean is yes. And when they say yes, they mean I don't know. So, I mean, I was caught between a rock and a hard place many times on situations where if I said something, I was wrong. And if I didn't say it, I was still wrong for not saying it. So I learned to keep my mouth shut. And the other thing, I had a few girlfriends train with me in the gym. And I thought this would be good. We'll have a mutual thing we can do. It was okay. And then it got to be a point like, well, I don't want to do that because I don't like that exercise. I don't like this exercise. Pretty soon it's ruining my workouts. And so I said, you know, go over there and ride the bike, and I'll see you in an hour when I'm done doing all those things you don't like. Because you train, most of the guys you train with are guys. Yeah,
and I see a lot of, you know, girls, you know, ring ratty type of girls that date wrestlers.
Yeah.
And then you're sitting there at training, and then the dude's training, but they're fighting with their girlfriend in the ring at the same time, and it's just a joke. It's a freaking joke. And I'd rather, I feel like things like that you just have to keep separate. You have to.
You need your own space. You need your own interest. And I mean, if it works out and they want to go to the gym with you, fine. And if you don't want to do it,
do your own thing.
Do your own thing. And meet up later and we'll go eat, and I'll have my steak and cottage cheese, and you can have your, what all women get on a menu is the salad. I mean, like I said the last time, I can go to any restaurant in town. I know exactly what I want on the menu, and then the woman's looking over the menu the whole time, and they can't make it. Come back in 5 minutes, and they come back and say, "I'll just have the salad." So what I've decided to do from now on when I go on a date is I bring a head of lettuce, and there's your dinner, and here's mine. That works.
And then they eat off your plate, right?
Well, they have to sample it.
Yeah.
And then we might share a dessert, and they'll say, "I'll have a bite," and so you get it, and they take a bite, and that's it, and you don't want the whole thing, and you keep shoving it over, so they finish it up.
Keep eating
and
it.
So they keep eating it, and then you feel good because you don't have all those carbs. That's the best thing. So what do you see for your future?
In general.
Who's general?
In like life in general.
In general, where are you going to go?
I don't know. I'm probably going to go home later, and.
I don't mean that. I mean, is teaching going to be it?
I don't know. You never know. I just live day by day. I love what I do right now. I love teaching. I love wrestling. I love my workouts. I love hanging out with my friends.
And your sausage parties.
My sausage parties. Love my sausage parties.
I do too. Last one was too late for me. Well, fine.
Yeah, you didn't show up at the last
I can't go after 11 o'clock at night. I get too tired. I have to be in bed by 11 and home by midnight.
Oh. Gotcha.
Okay. Well, anyway, this is Nikki, New York Knockout. She's a part of my life, has been for a long time, a very, very good friend, and I love her dearly. And I'm so glad when she can join me and do this, and we'll do it again. And stay tuned for the next Rick's Corner, and we'll bring more exciting people your way.